The top U.S. airlines making so much money off their loyalty programs that their miles might be the most profitable part of their business.
Oh, wow. Alison Morris, I can hardly wait to
I don't know
find
anything
out.
about this
Me
whole
neither,
world,
but
so
please
I'm
explain.
fascinated.
Well, guys, that's why I'm here. It's unbelievable. You know, there are so few amenities and perks included in the cost of a plane ticket these days. You would think the airlines would be making plenty of money on every seat. But the real cash cow for a lot of the domestic carriers is the miles you guys mentioned, which may be even more profitable than all of those extra fees. If the flight attendant seemed a little unusual the last time you traveled, like they were trying to sell you something, it's because they are.
American and United have recently had their flight attendants hawking credit cards, for lack of a better term, to people in flight, and they actually get a commission, the flight attendants do, when they make a sale.
Airline miles have become such a big business that in the first 6 months of 2018, the top 7 U.S. airlines made nearly $4 billion on their frequent flyer programs, largely selling those miles to the banks.
If you have a airline co-brand credit card, say the Delta American Express card, and you spend on the card, you earn Delta miles. As your reward, American Express needs to buy those miles from Delta to give them to you, and they're paying Delta much more per mile than it costs Delta when you redeem them.
Gennardi says Delta made $805 million selling miles to the banks in the first half of this year. American Airlines made more than $1 billion.
American has the largest program. They've got roughly 100 million members in their loyalty program. Not all of those have credit cards, but many of them do. And American also benefits from having the richest card agreement. So American signed a new agreement with Citi and Barclays in middle of 2016. So they really have the freshest economics. And that's contributed to really powerful revenue and very high margin revenue for American.
The airlines make even more money when frequent flyers let those miles pile up.
The banks buy these miles from the airlines as travel rewards for their customers. So the airlines are able to make money by simply selling miles to the banks and other partners. And then, of course, a lot of those miles never get redeemed.
So how should travelers max their miles? Don't use them to buy merchandise other than travel, and don't use them for upgrades. The deals in both of those categories don't add up.
Your better option is to use your miles to actually redeem for a business class ticket directly, rather than trying to upgrade a paid fare.
And if you don't fly one airline exclusively,
then you're going to want to look at a more general travel rewards card, like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Amex Everyday Preferred. These are cards that earn points and miles that can be transferred to a whole bunch of airlines and even hotels, and that'll give you a lot more flexibility.
Now, Gennardi says airline miles are so profitable that he thinks the airlines should treat them as a separate part of the business. He said that would benefit travelers, too, because then the airlines would stop devaluing those miles and making them so hard to redeem if they truly treated those loyalty programs as real marketing businesses. They are, though, guys, generating billions of dollars. It's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.